You know what we're playing just from that music, well, rhythm. And actually it's a funny rhythm because, well, I thought two things as soon as I heard this iconic, very recognisable sequence of notes, bass notes. The first one is, why are only human beings affected by such rhythmic music or tones? The cats are not reacting to this in any way. They're not swinging their tail in time to the music. But just this alone, you know, it's almost like an intro to an actual commercial song. It's really stupid. But anyway, and then I thought, well, how would you dance to something like this? You'd have to be a bit of a zombie. And then I thought, and I just inserted the clip, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. Let's hope I don't fucking forget what I'm thinking of. Let's go. Fiendishly difficult game. And there's horrible black bars on the screen. What the hell's going on? Ah, what bastard. Hang on a minute. Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Mark 2. Yes. You know there's going to be a lot of swearing on this one. Interspersed with comments about how good the music is. It's very nice actually. This is a very simple reaction game. Simple in design, not in the execution of your brain. Especially not when you've got the eyes of a 90-year-old like me. Anyway, we're using a Trinitron, so I'm doing my best, mate. But yeah, those arrows need to be wildly different altitudes, heights on the screen, whatever you want to call it. They are just not different enough. It's not until it's too late that I can actually work out whether they're gonna stab me in the leg or the head. And I fucking done it. I don't fucking bet. Oh man, I had all the insults and everything. Do you know how many attempts I made? I decided to give up for a bit, go and check out my free Spectra video computers. Yeah, anyway, the stairs, run up the stairs of the temple while stone blocks are rolled down at you. Push left and right on the stick to move. So I just left them right now. This was glitchy on real hardware, so it's nothing to do with the SX64. Very glitchy though, isn't it? Ah, the corruption you get on the status panel on Beachhead was actually because it had an SX64 ROM. So I tried exactly the same copy of the game on a different SX64, the one that has a regular C64 basic ROM in there, and that didn't glitch up, so there is something going on there. Jesus Christ. It's going to be like that now, isn't it? It's really glitchy. Oh, Jesus, come on. I'm looking at the glitches. It's like your brain is instinctively thinking, that they signify something, but they don't. They've got absolutely fuck all to do with where the blocks are coming from. So, very early game on the C64. Good thing I'm on a diet, wouldn't have fit otherwise. But I'm not on the nicotine and caffeine diet anymore. Because there's no more smoking. And I'm only stocked up on decaf coffee because that's fiendishly hard to find. Because I only drink one particular decaf coffee. It's pretty good value. It's Kenko, if you must know.
There are alternatives.
The graphics are terrible, actually. Really fucking weird. However, I do remember there's a woman on the cover art, and she is actually pretty stunning, I must say. And I'm not even talking about her tits. Enter the temple, not the woman on the cover, through a series of rooms. Hole in the sheet, I don't know where that comes from. Hold stick left to stop, right to jump. That's a bit of a weird. Why not fire to jump? So, enter the temple through a series of rooms protected by various. Hold stick left to stop, right to jump. Okay. Motherfucker. It's a memory game, isn't it? Are they not the same anymore? Hang on, can they hit you? Oh, one went through me while I was jumping. Jesus Christ. It's a real cunt. You have to remember that the blue one. Why am I pressing the fire button? The temple, enter the temple. Oh, right. So hang on, you can't play the first level again. Not that I want to play the first and second level again. This is quite interesting, actually. Oh, fire does actually make you jump. Look. Ah, Jesus Christ. It's a bit of a weird game. And when you're loading this, it does mention it's based on a game written by someone else. Now I thought blue indicated there's a hole in the floor. Oh man. See, what's missing from this is the ability to run faster. Why did I die in the doorway there? He probably killed himself, innit, out of frustration. Oof. Speaking of which, I could do with a fucking roll up when I'm playing this. How far can you get just by not touching the controls at all? Why did I die straight away? Is there a time limit? What the fuck is going on with that shit? You can't stop in the doorway, obviously. There should be a time limit for the rooms, really. Fuck me, I'm doing quite well. You're getting to see more of the game than I've been seeing for the last half hour. Pass through the dark heart of the temple, avoiding the friendly fauna of Mexico. Push up for high jumps, back for low. So up for high, back for low. Okay. Why would you need a different fucking jump height? And you can't move. Very basic game. Oh, there's obviously, if you do a low jump, you'll be back on the ground sooner. So, rubbish version of Moon Patrol gameplay, I suppose. It's quite rubbish actually, graphically. The sprites are alright. It's everything else that's shit. The backgrounds are all shit. But I can't really say it's completely unplayable. Oh man. I was going to say it's completely frustrating. What if you just keep jumping like this then? Will this work? Get the Robtech Game Killer, man. Yeah, I'm looking at the backgrounds and they're kind of going a bit weird actually. That'd be a bit stupid, wouldn't it, if you could just get through the level doing this? Fucking hell. Almost, fuck me. There probably wasn't that many more things to avoid. I'm just getting right, where's the duct tape? It does feel like a 1983 C64 game. And not a spectacular one either. But for some strange reason, I'm not doing as badly as I think. I do actually have Forbidden Forest on one of these discs, but I'm trying not to load different discs. Because they just cover the heads in crap and then nothing loads. And it's a real pain in the arse getting one to load again. And it's a bit of a dark art as well, I think, yeah. Maybe some of the things are friendly and some of them are not, I don't know. That thing on the floor looks like the thing that the coronavirus mutated from. Crap. It is literally like Moon Patrol. You know, where you got to jump over the holes and shoot the rocks and oof, it's really annoying actually. Because I don't actually like Moon Patrol. I do actually have an original copy of this. Crap, he can actually get you then. Yeah, we'll give it one more go. I like the way he's flying through the air. Why doesn't he just carry on flying through the air? Who knows, sir? And his hair has actually turned yellow on this stage. Have the animals been pissing on him? Oh man, I'm getting worse. I think it's the background that's doing my eyes in. It's really, oof. It's like them stupid bubble-shaped numbers in the picture for your eye test. Who remembers them? However, they look really weird when they're scrolling. What the hell's going on? What if you do these really small jumps like this? Can you avoid everything? Like, no. Even worse, Mad Commodore. There's a weird tearing effect going on when I'm looking at the sprites and not the background. Although there's a tearing. Hang on, maybe the yellow ones are the ones you can actually touch. No, you can't touch anything. I thought you said some of them are friendly. I would have thought all giant spiders are bad news for you. Giant spider invasion. I still remember watching something with Fred Harris. I think it was Me and My Micro, where he's telling you how to write your own game, like Blitz Bomber or whatever. And then after that, watching Giant Spider Invasion. I did actually write a Blitz game for my C64 after watching that thing. Pretty rubbish. Didn't do any user-defined graphics or anything. But what you got to remember is, apart from the fact that the cats just opened the curtain and a huge amount of lumens just fucking blinded me, was that program didn't tell you how to do fuck all on the Commodore 64, which is weird because the C64 was absolutely sold out everywhere when that was on TV. Right, which one are you? You're Devon. Comically named Little Devon, even though you're fucking huge, innit? You're bored, aren't you, mate? The exit from the temple is covered with booby trap tiles. Jump forward, back or sideways to find. This is like that game. Was it Grid Trap? I fucking played that recently and I hated that too. Jump forward, back or sideways. How am I supposed to find a safe path in it? So this is literally trial and error. Why would you do any other direction? So that's safe. Motherfucker, I done it. Swim the lake in any direction and dive with a fire button for a second to avoid the man-eating fish. Why are they called piranha? The level's called piranha, so why doesn't it say piranha? But keep going forward. Okay, swim the lake in any direction. Oh, right. I know this one. Oh, right, yeah. Shit. You can barely notice when you're supposed to be diving. Oh, like that. That sort of for Atari VCS swim forward bullshit. Okay, why did they suddenly just fucking zoom in on me? That's just bullshit, that is. I don't get that. It's an inconsistent game. I don't understand why that happened before. It doesn't seem to be happening again. Even though it's only one tune, it is one great tune, I'll give it that. Obviously, Paul Norman also did the music for Forbidden Forest, as well as all the coding. I'm not sure why everyone goes on about some programmers and not others. Jesus Christ. You sometimes feel like there's no collision detection, but obviously there is, because I've failed many missions. I don't understand why that happened. Do you have to quickly press the fire button when that happens? It's a bit shit. Can I go sideways? No. So that is swimming forward. That really doesn't. Right. I have to test something out now. The water effect is really horrible. I don't understand. Because there isn't one touching me, I don't think, when that happens. So this is annoying now. So now the swearing can begin, motherfucker. There, what the fuck is that got to do with anything? Because I can't even move when that happens. He just stops dead. Is he man from Atlantis and you have to fucking go underwater regularly? What's going on there? There you go, mate. Bit of underwater action for you there. Okay, right, up to that point it was just an average, overly difficult, simplistic game. Now it's just a fucking cunt. I don't understand what the fish are doing. I really don't get why that happens. Because it doesn't always happen at the same place either. See, that I understand, because one touched me, stunned me, and there's something weird going on with this. Oh, someone's testing out the rev limit in first gear. Right. I think you've seen enough. I've certainly played enough, but you know what? That wasn't as horrible as I thought it'd be. I really did look forward to it. But you know what? It's not bad. I can't remember when it's come out now because it's not on the title page. But I will show you. There was a weird thing. Why is the camera moved? Who moved the bloody camera, innit? Yes, I've swapped the keyboards over. I had enough with hammering the keys, sledgehammer style. Still can't type for shit though. Wouldn't it be funny if it didn't work? No, not run. It's too early for that. Yes, that's the one. Small block. Chevy small block. There we go. There it is. It says based on a game by Robert T. Bonifacio. Okay, well I like to take out line 38 for obvious reasons. Because it takes so long to load, I don't see why you would need any more of a delay game on there. But yeah, I want to know what this game by Robert T. Bonifacio is. Because Paul Norman, I'm sure he done the version for the Atari as well. Unusual. You're going to have to check that out. But as for Aztec Challenge, well, I could load it, I suppose, and you could get to see like if there's, but I think that's actually the last level, so that's not bad for me. You know, when you've actually bought games like Annihilator from Mogul with your own fucking pocket money as a kid, you get to appreciate what really is a shit 1983 or 84 game. I had BMX Racers as well, which I thought was shit. I had Rattler, which was shit. Squirm, which was shit. It's quite a stylish game, you have to give it that. That's not very good. Computer's not very good at this. Computer says no, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. So it does show you all the levels, and I don't think there's anything after the piranhas. No, oh actually there is, there's a rope bridge where he's running across a rope bridge with holes. There's like bits of wood missing on the bottom. Obviously built by millennials. Yeah, his hair is yellow there, that's weird. And his white hair now. That's really weird. What if the computer does it? Does it crash? We were really lucky to actually do that level. But I suppose it doesn't send you back to the first level, so. Not a fan of that level. There you go, there's this bit as well. So not really missing anything. Yeah, so we got to the penultimate level. So yeah, I think we've seen enough now. Is it any good? I suppose for the time it's not bad. I'm sure it said 1983 there. It's alright, you know. You probably get bored of it quite quickly and not play it probably ever again once you've had a few more games. But at the end of the day, when this came out, there were very few games like Beachhead, which is obviously another £10 game from the same year. So yeah, I'll go with it's no Beachhead, it's a bitch of a game. Yeah, it's that time again, and although I've reviewed Aztec Challenge properly already for my review of Arcade Hall of Fame compilation by US Gold, we're going to move straight on to Blue Max. That don't look good. And Blue Max, obviously the star from Coronavirus Diaries. Crunching noise, obviously, from the cats. And today's sponsored drink, or shit product placement as I used to call them, even though it's not actually sponsoring me in any way, is Fanta Zero. Now the interesting thing with these fizzy drinks is most of them do actually have some sort of sweetener in them. Not just the diet versions. Now this is an excellent hack, and it took me a long while to find this. They took it off Gamebase. But this one actually lets you change certain things on it. And I've actually written them down, although it's too dark with the curtains closed, to keep the dirty infrared photons coming through the window too much. That's heat to you, Heat magazine. So we don't need any cheats, but we are going to change the colours. You've heard this tune many times. and it's not going to be a coronavirus diaries because I haven't really got anything to say about the way that thing is going in society worldwide, and I'm not talking about the medical impact. So you want so I'll go for pilot controls and gravity on, and we'll start with a beginner level for now. So there we go. Not really sure why that changes colour then. Actually it's quite difficult to see now. Right, so this is the Mars colour scheme, which hopefully you'll be able to... Oh no. Luckily they're all sort of in the same place. Ah, that's the Mars colour scheme, thank you. So, I had the Arcade Hall of Fame. It's a compilation of, US gold titles. And I think all of them on there are actually American games. At least the arcade game is. Well, no, Up and Down isn't. I don't know if Up and Down was actually programmed in the UK now. But this is Blue Max, and this is an American programmed game. And basically, it's sort of like an arcade flight simulator without all that 3D wireframe rubbish that 8-bit computer flight simulators have. Well, it's never going to work. I never understood. Even games like Solo Flight on the C64 are too slow. But this turns it on its head. It's a military arcade action simulator, blah blah blah. So you get extra points for anything with a bullseye on it. And you have to like shoot buildings predominantly. And just like Beachhead, the sound effects are really what make this. Now the explosions are not quite as epic on this 1984 C64 I've got here compared to my SX64, which was probably a year earlier. I don't know if it's a very early model for that particular Commodore machine. But it does sound different on this machine. Which is why it makes me laugh when people say perfect SID emulation. What is perfect SID emulation? So, the damage your plane can get affects the guns, the bomb bay doors, not the bomb bay duck, no sir. The machine guns, which I've already said. Fuel tanks can be hit, which means you lose fuel, like a good episode of, I don't know, Airwolf or the A-Team or something, I don't know. Manoeuvrability gets affected, so they hit your rudder, I suppose, maybe. It's just really the opposite of a speed up power on the, bloody hell, on a shoot 'em up. And you periodically land and get more ammunition. Your guns are actually unlimited, but your bombs you're limited to 30. And they can repair damage while you're on the runway. It's just a really good game. Now the enemy aircraft, when they're at the same height as you, just to help you out, the background for the status panel changes colour. Your handling is also affected by wind, possibly by explosions near you. I'm not sure about that one, but it's not as badly done as Havoc on the C-64. So basically, it's a bit like the bombing levels on Wings on the Amiga, and you only get one life. So very realistic. So it's a great game, and it's probably the best on this particular compilation today. So today's compilation, or possibly this week, so I don't know how this is going to work out, is Arcade Hall of Fame. There was actually another US Gold compilation. I think it was called, actually I can't remember, what was it called? Gold something or other. But and of course there was the classic History in the Making, which I should really recreate, although I didn't have that. Ooh, that's a nice view of Claudia's mummy. She has a slightly different build to her. She's more Stephanie than Booth. I believe that's the name of the girls in Teen Wolf. That says it all really. So on that particular Arcade Hall of Fame, and I think there was more than one of those, you had Aztec Challenge, which I've already done, Blue Max, which I've played to death on various other videos, not necessarily a review, Spy Hunter, which I've definitely reviewed and mentioned the Skoda Rapid Coupe handling on there on the C64 version. But I haven't played Tapper, and I haven't played Up and Down, because they weren't on the SX64 discs that I was using, real discs. So I'm going to go with Up and Down. Now I had Up and Down, but I'm not sure if it was just on this compilation. We'll just go for the regular crack. What's the crack regular? Oh. So Up and Down is a very simple game. The graphics could be improved by someone who knew machine code very easily, actually, because all you've got to do is swap out the grey and the black. Wherever you see black on the screen, you replace it with grey, and vice versa. Did actually do a mock-up of what it would look like if you did that. Never uploaded it, don't think. So, no cheating at all. Lovely buzz of real hardware there, which makes me think the SID is at maximum volume and therefore it's going to be quite loud. Oh, right, okay, unlimited lives now. No. Yeah, the title page does not inspire confidence. The music today, you think, nah, but back then it's sort of fun. Just a bit childish, I suppose. So it's joystick 1 player and we're on easy. How do you change them? Oh, first letter to set options. Right, okay, we'll stick with easy. High score of 10 seems a bit weird. I used to play this in the arcade, that's the thing. Which is why I think I may actually have had this game. Sort of like Bumping Buggies meets Zaxxon. Jump controls are actually very good. They're better than most C64 platform games. And you know, the arc that you jump in seems quite good. Now you mustn't jump on the grass, because the park keeper will come and bugger you, stroke crash. So I may have actually had this in the clamshell, because the cover artwork for it is quite iconic actually. And I do know it came in like one of those big fat rounded clamshells. You know, same size physically, it's just they're thicker. So it's quite a unique arcade game actually. And like I said, you know, it's not the road that should be black, it's the you know, the outline and the tyres on the cars that should be black. So that's really what you have to change. And like I said, that's like 2 or 3 pokes on an action replay cartridge, and you could save it back out to disk. Possibly save it out from a vice using the monitor built in. Really have to investigate that. So once you've got all the flags, it's done. The battery's flashing now. Yeah, so it plays fine. It's actually a nice arcade game. Jumping is a bit iffy. You can only jump when you're going forwards. That's the only thing with this. And you can't jump too many times on the steepest incline because you'll just lose speed. Interestingly, it does actually accelerate you when you're going downhill, roller coaster style. I think this is a great game. It's very blocky. I'm not going to deny that. Oh, no. See, you can't go off the thing. So you really have to wait until you've done the sharp turn. Although what you can do is change tracks. But no, this is not going to work. It needs to be a clear track. See? Yeah, I see the problem with that is you can't actually slow down quick enough while you're doing your jumps. So what you need to do here is go just fast enough so you can get to the other side. Because there seem to have been less cars going that way. So it's really the strategy of when to jump, and oh, luckily, luckily we're going to land on him, but my brakes are a bit 1960s drum brakes quality. And again, this is an 80s game. Looks like an old buggy, beach buggy from the 60s. So it probably does have Volkswagen Beetle rubbish brakes. So highly accurate simulation here. So remember, going this way was the way to go. I think you can get a bit of a speed boost there. So you got to be careful on these zigzags. Now you can actually backtrack, that's the interesting thing with this game. Remembering your acceleration doesn't improve that much. Although your air braking is worse. Oof. Collision detection is hardware sprite based, so takes no prisoners, but it's very playable. Hopefully the lighting should be good there, although I don't know if the macro mode is still on. Should be, I don't think I changed that, but it's got itself into night vision mode now. Oof. But at least we know the keys, right? Remember that, it's the M key for whatever. Surely it should be the Q key, because it's Q that gives you the weapons, the gadgets. Oil, smoke, rocket. And obviously the fire button does your bullets, missiles, whatever. So, let's go. So I'm doing this again. I think I was a bit unfair when I reviewed this. Well, I wasn't unfair, but I reviewed it as I see the game now. So, but now we're going to try and play the game as I would have played a C64 game in 1984. But I didn't buy the original of this. I got it on the Arcade Hall of Fame compilation from US Gold. Could probably zoom out the screen a bit more, but I don't know where the icons are. I think they're on that line. So slightly narrower screen than the C64, so it could be 32, 34 columns. So we have to look at the graphics from the point of view of back then. Not, what we know we can do with tools of today. We got coffee with caffeine. I don't have a martini, shaken not stirred, to have with you. So this game is really inspired by James Bond car chase sequences. I'm not sure which joystick port it is actually. I'm guessing it's joystick port 2 because it also has keyboard controls. Now the music is very funky actually. So pressing fire does do something. Right, here we go. J for joystick, I presume. Novice or expert. Novice, thank you. I'm a novice 00 agent. So yeah, you're pretty much a 00 agent doing something you probably shouldn't be in, a part of the world you shouldn't be in. So okay, nothing's really happening. So why detect a fire button on joystick port? Right, so it is joystick port 1. Okay. So they're doing something weird, so they know that you're pressing space and not fire. Just had to test that. Oh, the music stopped. Oh, bloody hell. It's really tricky to handle your car. It's like you're driving on ice on Indy 500. Right, so the scrolling is really smooth, very smooth. I don't know if we can improve the graphics. That's an armoured car actually, you've got to watch him. Shouldn't really overtake him until, you see. But he's not dumb enough to crash himself. So on top of all the obvious things you've got to do, which is shoot stuff, you get the cool, well, that wasn't my fault. Where's my bloody truck? I think we may be in the wrong sector. I just followed the truck. He won't let me catch up to him now. What an arsehole. You do have to pick the right path as well. So I've got the settings, bridge out. Is it bridge out or bridge over to the left? Should just say go left or go right, I think. But as a kid, you would know. Right. So what happens then? Because we missed the old speedboat. Also a favourite in early James Bond film. Well, early for me. Live and Let Die. Which also got a conversion to home computers. I still can't read it because it's scrolling too fast. But I know that from one mistake that, you know, whoa, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Is it going to put me in the boat? End the game? What's it going to do now? So it's a very tricky game. You're definitely going to get your, you know, your money's worth out of it on a compilation. So a speedboat just zoomed up. I'll blow you up because you don't give me any extra weapons. Q, don't be stingy, innit? I was enjoying the music, I'll be honest with you. I do like the music, it's very iconic. Although, you hear it more on the NES rendition. Not sure why. Ooh, that's a bit iffy. Well, the time has run out. Okay, narrow one is always for getting in the boat. Ooh. Right, so it's actually difficult to use the weapons, that's the thing. I mean, I don't actually need to use them now. In fact, missiles is probably a better bet. Right, next time you run away from me with my missiles. So it's sort of like bumping buggy with guns, which I can't remember what the name of the official version of that game was. So I think the next time we have to go on the left, I think. If it says anything on the road, I presume it's always to the left, but basically it's the slim one. The more narrow path is the one you want to go. That was a bit of a risk actually. Oh man, if you touch him, he gets a hump and he won't give you the weapons. And he brings his mate with a Tesco value 0 gadgets model of the car. Yeah, you can't shoot him, but I mean at the time it was a nice game. I just played it on the Atari and it was better on the Atari. So how did we make the helicopter crash? I don't know about that one. I'm bloody following him and he's going straight into the road. Well, there's fork in the road. So let's see if we can do something with the old graphic arenas. Make them look a bit less, say show portable TV perhaps. Right, I think we need more contrast. And because of that we're going to need less brightness. And perhaps just less contrast anyway. I think the colours are okay and the sharpness is at max. Using composite video. So yeah, that's how it would have looked basically. So it's actually very difficult to play this game and use the special weapons. I think that's the problem. They needed to find a way of, you know, doing that with a one button joystick. I mean, if you had auto deceleration and press fire to accelerate, then you could use up and down for missiles and special weapons. Or at least just auto decelerate and you know, have down for your special weapon, which kind of makes sense because they're deployed from the back in the case of smoke and oil. Can't remember what Bumping Buggies, the arcade game that it rips it off, is called. But it's basically that and weapons. Because some of them you have to shoot, but some of them like, oh man, I'm waiting for the missiles just so I can see them. And But I like the way the car comes out of the truck. That did used to impress me back then. Oh crap, we're in the wrong road. Bridge out. Well, that was a stroke of luck. Ooh, see, I like the way the barriers break on the bridge. That's a nice touch. I just think, you know, the trees being yellow and all that, I think they could have come up with a better way of drawing those trees. Like I said, I remember the Atari version. Oh, damn it. Is it going to let me go in? It's not going to let me go in the boat now. But for the time, the graphics are absolutely fine, except for the yellow trees. So I really think they could have been done better. I don't think you accelerate fast enough, except when going from a slower speed to overtake the armoured cars. And really, you can just shoot anything you want. No points at all, that's terrible. Oh man, your car is less tricky to handle on the Atari version, so I think it's an alright game. I think the problem is the Atari version is nicer to play, and my mate had an Atari 800 with just about every game you could imagine, and we used to play them. My mate who used to look a hell of a lot like Jim Carrey in his late 20s actually. Oops. But yeah, from 1984 version of me, you would recommend this game to someone who could never play it on the Atari. I think we'll leave it at that. Yes, this is Tapper, which I think I owned as an original game. I'm not 100% sure actually, but I definitely owned it as part of US Gold's Arcade Hall of Fame compilation. Now the reason I can't remember is because I was buying C64 games around 1994. I don't mean new ones, I mean, you know, buying old ones from the 80s, you know. I didn't sell any, I was literally building back up my collection, because I lost my C64 in a move abroad and back again, and all the games with it, and my ColecoVision, god damn them. That's really why I've got so much of a collection nowadays. When you're forced to find all that stuff, you make loads of great contacts, I tell you. I mean, I even remember buying them from the Loot, which was a trade paper, but anyway, Tapper is a game I remember fondly. And I kind of have to play this because at the end of the day, I've done all the other ones, I think, now on the Arcade Hall of Fame. I even redid Spy Hunter, so I'm like, well, I've actually played Spy Hunter. So I should really play Tapper, so then I can say, well, I've done Arcade Hall of Fame. Because that's been my idea. I've done about 4 or 5 compilations now. I didn't have that many. I had Soft Aid, Big Value Pack, Elite Hit Pack 6 pack, Imagine Coin Op, Konami Coin Op Hits by Imagine, and now Arcade Hall of Fame. So I think that just leaves Now Games and possibly the Gold Collection, which I may have had. If Ghost Chaser is on one of those US Gold compilations, that must be the one I had, because I don't remember buying a full price copy of that. Could be wrong though, because I still remember the artwork. But is that because I bought it in the 90s? And just burnt the hairs off my thumb. God damn it. We didn't pay a lot of money for that. So yes, title screen shit. Luckily for you. Ooh, you have to wait for them to finish. God damn it. I'm just getting used to the control system. Because it's too press the fire button to actually, you know, tap the beer. But not always. So you have to collect the glasses because some of them throw them back at you. So it wouldn't have been too bad on a Quick Shot Turbo because that had a good fire button. Oh crap, he was watching the dancers. Damn it, I've been waiting for the dancers for ages. In real life, at the Rhino Peppermint Club or whatever that thing is that they say on Top Gear. I have to get the tips to get the dancers out, I guess. I think you've had enough, mate. I'm going to bar you. There should be a button for barring them. That can be like a special weapon. Now, you can go straight from the bottom to the top. That's a weird thing on this game. I don't know if it's like that on the arcade though. Wow, I'm doing better than I thought. But my bloody roll up keeps going out. I think if you get them early enough, they'll go out the bloody door. Oh damn it, one of them was still drinking. Oh man, I assumed they would drink at the same speed. Maybe one of them was a woman. Yeah, that could be a woman. Don't ask to slow down when you get this many. Oh no. Damn it, I was concentrating on getting the money because I want to see the dancers, the cabaret. I'm talking with a roll up in my mouth that isn't even lit. Bloody hell. You're going to leave a thing in it. So, let's get the dancers out there. Yeah, so lucky. Oh damn it, she's still drinking. Or is it if they're looking at them, then, and the cat's tail is, yeah, I'm playing these on the tiny LCD screen in the camera. I've just noticed the cat's tail is over the cabaret dancers. Ah well, that is an absolutely brilliant game. I love that game. You haven't really seen much of it, but in a way I don't want to spoil it because, you know, you can say what you want about the graphics, but as a whole package, the animation is quite nice. Doesn't matter if things are blocky. You can certainly see expressions on faces. The dancers are funny. The music's, you know, good for this sort of game in, you know, this time. Was this 83 or 84 it come out? I can't remember. But that is a great game, and actually, Arcade Hall of Fame. That's a pretty hard hitting compilation. That was definitely worth your £10. If you didn't have 2 games on there, they could be games that you think are worth more than £5 anyway, and the other ones are a bonus. Even if you got them, you have another copy of a game on tape, so if it fucks up, the actual tape physically has a problem and won't load anymore, you've got a backup, a legal backup.